Yeah, so I'm here from Miami. Yeah, you can't top love, you know. You can't go wrong with the changes you feel with love. So I'll try my best. Um, I was also not prepared for this story. I came to know about this event today, but I'll try my best not to disappoint you guys. So 10 years ago, I used to live in a small apartment in Brooklyn, New York. And I'm not a big fan of New York winter, but do love Christmas time in New York. It's magical. The beautiful, colorful Christmas lights, decorations, the crisp winter air. I mean, it's pure magic. And around Christmas, it doesn't even feel like real city. It feels like a movie. And my girlfriend at the time was visiting me for holidays. So I took full 10 days off. And you know that feeling like, for a long time, first time I felt like all the emails stopped, the phone went quiet. You probably know this feeling when your vacation starts. So we were like stepped completely into this little world of our own. And I remember every morning we used to walk down the streets in our neighborhood. It was a beautiful, tight-knit Polish community. It's called Greenpoint in Brooklyn. And there was this cute little local bakery, and we would just walk in and we would buy a different pastry. So strawberry one morning, and next morning like chocolate pastry. And I've always lived this disciplined, healthy lifestyle. But for those 10 days, I decided that I told myself like no rules, like live with no rules, and just eat like whatever your heart desires. And I don't even smoke, but I bought this wooden smoking pipe. Yes, thank you. Smoking pipe and different flavored tobaccos like apple cinnamon, chocolate. We bought different bottles of whiskey.
That's the stuff.
And then we go back home and we cook like this amazing, beautiful, delicious meals together. I wouldn't take credit for those delicious meals. It probably was all her. But I did the dishes, I got it in the kitchen. And then we would spend hours on the couch drinking whiskey, eating pastries, and binge watching like all these classic Hollywood, Christmas movies. And something interesting happened, it's just, I lived in New York for over a year, and I suddenly realized that I could recognize all those streets and neighborhoods in those movies on the screen. And it was just like a surreal, incredible feeling of this completely being safe, warm, and deeply happy. And we were in a perfect bubble. And the day 10 arrived. And I remember that exact moment. I was thinking, I felt this, my vacation was about to end. And I realized this, I felt this physical ache in my chest. Like my heart actually hurt. Just looking out the window at this gray winter sky and thinking about that my alarm is going to go off the next morning, send me back into this boring corporate 9 to 5 grind. And it was just wave of sadness washed over me. Am I getting a little bit too dramatic? And I started asking myself all these stupid questions like, why do I have to work? I mean, you do have to pay bills and rent, I get that. But like these raw existential questions, like why does life have to be like this? Like, huh? Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's like why do we spend our best years and trading our lives away for just to make these massive corporations rich? Why can't every day feel free like this, the way I was feeling? And during those first days after following the vacation, those heavy days, I stumbled across this beautiful piece of writing by Nassim Taleb. He said that the ultimate definition of freedom and independence is when you and only you decide what you do with your time and what thoughts occupy your mind at every single moment of your life. So that line, combined with the pure joy I felt during the vacation, just completely changed me. Like it shattered my old perspective on life. And I realized that life is not meant to be lived in a cubicle, waiting for a 2-week vacation. I mean, you guys probably get 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah, unfortunately, Americans don't. And I felt like the life is meant to be lived with autonomy. And that vacation didn't just end, it just planted a seed. And what followed was a big change in my life. Took years of really hard work, relentless hard work, sleepless nights, and discipline, intense discipline, to acquire, to learn skills to break free. And I finally did it. My hard work paid off, and last year I quit my corporate job. And I became a full-time investor. So being an investor, gives me this total autonomy over my time, and I have this absolute freedom to just pack my bags and move to Europe and enjoy my days in a beautiful city like Brno. Yeah.
Can you pay your bills?
Stock market. Investing, yeah. So, in retrospective, when I think about it, the physical ache that I was talking about, that I felt right after the vacation, is actually one of the best things that ever happened to me in my life. And it's totally changed me. And that was the moment I stopped just existing and really started figuring out how to truly live.